Oh, hi everyone. Hope you are well. So the topic I want to teach you today is about factorizing quadratic equations. So factorizing quadratic equations. So it's good for foundation and higher levels. Yeah. So let's start with a very basic example. So the question we say factorize x squared plus, let's say, 9x plus 20. So factorizing is actually putting back the bracket. So you have to put two brackets, put x on each bracket, and try to find two numbers that when you multiply them, you got 20, and when you add them, you got 9. So in this case, it's very straightforward. 4 times 5 is 20, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So the answer is x plus 4, x plus 5. Yeah, you can also write it as or x plus 5 and x plus 4 is exactly the same. Okay then. Okay, so let's do another example. Factorize x squared minus 10x plus 21. So again, look, open two brackets and put 1x on each bracket and try to find two numbers. Let's call them m and n. So when you multiply them, we don't need just to find two numbers. When you multiply them, you got 21, and when you add them is minus 10. And always start by the multiplication first, because you only have a few options and then you will find your answers. So the two numbers could be 21 times 1 is 21, but 21 and 1 they never give you minus 10. So try 7 and 3. 7 times 3 is 21, and 7 and 3 they can give you minus 10 if they are both minus. So I can also get 21 if I have minus 7 minus 3. So my two numbers are minus 7 times minus 3 is 21. So there are minus 7 and minus 3. Or x minus 3 bracket x minus 7 is exactly the same. Right. And if the question says like A and B says solve x squared minus 10x plus 21 equal to 0. So you don't have to use a quadratic formula or completing the square. Just use the factorization you just found, x minus 7 bracket x minus 3 equal to 0. And put each bracket equal to 0. And solve them. So your answers will be x equal to 7 and x is equal to 3. And I think we still have to do one more or two examples with more negative numbers. So let's say factorize x squared minus 2x minus 15. All right, so let's try. So open the two brackets, put 1x on each bracket. We try to find two numbers that when you multiply them, you got minus 15. And then when you add them, you will get minus 2. So let's try 5 and 3. 5 times 3 is minus 15. But because it's minus 15, let's do minus 5. Minus 5 times 3 is minus 15. And minus 5 add 3 is minus 2. So it's perfect. Our numbers are minus 5 and 3. If you did 5 times minus 3, you will also get minus 15. But 5 minus 3, it will give you plus 2. That's not what you want. You want minus 2. So your numbers are negative 5 and positive 3. All right? Let's try the last one. I hope it will be different than the previous ones. Let's say, for instance, now we make this one positive. Let's say x squared plus 2x, yeah? And minus 15, yeah? So in this case, or maybe let's do a different one completely. Yeah, so x squared, let's say plus 3x minus 10. Okay, so hopefully this will be correct. So let's open two brackets, put one x on each bracket and try to find the two numbers, yeah? Multiply to get minus 10, add to get 3. Right, I hope it's not wrong, but I'm just putting questions almost randomly. The two numbers must multiply to give you minus 10. So let's say minus 5 and 2. But then if I do minus 5 plus 2, I will get minus 3. So actually it's 5 and negative 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. Your numbers are plus 5 and negative 2. And actually in the exam, you can even check your answer before you move on. So you do x times x is x squared, x times minus 2 is minus 2x, 5 plus x is 5x, 5 times minus 2 is minus 10, and if you simplify, you will get x squared. These two simplify to 3x minus 10. The answer is correct. So you can always check your answer before you move into the next question in the exam. Okay, hope this video helped you, and see you during the next lesson.